Encred had fallen hundreds of times, on the battlefield, in blood, in silence. Each death reset the world, but never the pain. He remembered every scream, every failure, every life he couldn't protect. They thought it was a war. For him, it was a prison. And there was a wall, one he had never broken. But this time, he would shatter it, even if it killed him again. In the last episode, Encred continued his struggle inside the endless loop, training, fighting, and learning the heart of the beast. On the 124th day, he finally struck back and killed the enemy who had ended his life more than 100 times. But peace didn't last. A monstrous frogman attacked, and Encred was nearly killed again. His squad stepped in, and the battle ended with their survival. When Encred woke up in the infirmary, he was met with concern from his squad, and a mysterious visit from the 4th Company's commander, a woman from the fairy race. But that night, Encred was assassinated in his sleep, and the day began again. Who's the hero of the battlefield? Cyprus? That chant rang through the air again. Encred's eyes opened to the same morning, the 3rd time in a row. This time he wasn't confused. He was cautious. He stayed alert, but still couldn't sense the assassin. That man moved without sound. It wouldn't be easy. Even if he stopped the assassins, he would still have to face the company commander, the one who had watched him die. He shook off the helplessness. He had been here before, and last time, he had won. As long as he didn't give up, he would find a way. Inside the tent, vengeance stared at him like he'd grown another head. Encred ignored him. He stepped outside to scout. He assumed the assassins had already infiltrated the base. But maybe he had been wrong. He shifted his focus outward. Vengeance mocked him, asking if he was training to catch cockroaches with a sword. Encred smirked and replied sarcastically, trading barbs until Krang entered with his usual awkward timing. Krang asked if he should return later. Encred said no. But internally, his suspicion grew. Why had the assassins focused so much attention on Krang? Who was he, really? When Encred asked directly, Krang hesitated and gave no clear answer. Vengeance exploded with accusations, calling Krang a foreign spy. But Krang's voice didn't waver. He stepped forward and declared, "I haven't and will not betray the kingdom." Even Vengeance fell quiet. There was something in Krang's presence that commanded respect or fear. That night, Krang casually wished Encred good night. Encred returned the gesture. Then came a whisper from Vengeance. Just a grunt, but he was calmer than usual. Was he scared of Krang now? Encred wondered. Vengeance asked why Encred wasn't sleeping. Encred gave him a warning. Assassins are going to invade this tent soon. Cooperate if you want to live. Vengeance scoffed and rolled over. Before Encred could even react, the assassin struck again. A slash. Darkness. Reset. It was now the 4th loop. Encred tried alerting the higher-ups. They mocked him. He tried predicting the moment of attack, waiting to scream before the assassin appeared, but they were too fast. He tried patrolling outside. Still nothing. No matter what he did, he died. Over and over. It was the 20th loop. Still, he hadn't survived the night once. That's when a memory surfaced. A conversation with Rem. Jackson's like a perverted wild cat. Never fights head-on. Strikes when no one's looking. Encred found Jackson standing alone, arms crossed. Jackson, if someone like you stabbed me in the back, how would I stop it? No one's ever survived my ambushes, Jackson shrugged. You'd need eyes on the back of your head. What does that mean? Jackson pointed toward a distant wagon. It's about to fall apart. Moments later, it did. Are you a prophet? No, Jackson said, unfazed. I heard the axle creaking. He heard that. From here, Encrid was stunned. You don't need to see. Sound tells you everything, if you learn how to listen. That night, Encrid lay in bed, listening. Footsteps, the torch crackling, guards shifting. Where are you? Assassin! But he failed. And again, and again. Loop 33, 34, 35, still dead. But his body remembered. His soul hardened. He trained in silence. Jackson's voice echoed in his mind. Sound is a wave. It rings in all directions, among thousands of sounds. Isolate just one. Encrid focused. The flags. Are there 7? 10? 3 nearby. 2 distant. Feel the waves. The familiar. The foreign. One day, Krang approached. Unsi, what kind of training is this? Ensi? You're Encrid, so Ensi's fine, right? It's not, but fine. I'm just sitting like an idiot. Does this look like training to you? You're not the kind of idiot who wastes time, Krang said. And he wasn't. Later, Krang tried sneaking up on him. You knew I was here? Encrid didn't respond. You're training perception, right? You never waste time. Another night, another chance. The assassin crept in. There, a hiss. Encrid's eyes snapped open. Dodge. The needle missed. He moved faster than the poison, faster than the faceless death. He had finally broken the rhythm. The assassin was no longer a phantom. Encrid had faced death for over 100 days, but on this night, he moved first. 1 dodge, 1 breath, 1 second faster. He had turned sound into sight and fear into fuel. But this is not the end, because faceless death is only the beginning. Who sent the assassin? Was it the commander? A traitor? Or something darker still? The wall is cracking, and Encrid is climbing. Subscribe to Manhwa Versed, where every step forward is one death closer to legend.